Hey folks, it's Dave here, back with some more hockey on the channel. A little bit of hockey before work, if you will, here on a rainy Thursday. I got my Seal shirt and my Seal shirt hat on, as it's going to be Boston at California. I think this is the first video, at least the first live stream I think I've done of my shootout project, where I'm doing the entire 1970-71 season using shootout hockey. And I'm going to play the full game. Now, I know the EZ just come out. And by the way, I saw a lot of you guys playing the EZ mode. I'm glad you are. That's a fun mode. I'm even more happy to see people using the stats, finding the goals and the assists, because that's not something that I actually come out with. That's not officially part of Shootout EZ, but it seemed to work pretty well, so I threw it out there, and I see some people using that. So I'm kind of glad that you guys are enjoying Shootout EZ. So today I'm going to play the game that was played on October 16th of 1970. I was just a wee lad back then. I got my squeaky chair on today. And in goal for Boston will be Cheevers, and then Gary Smith for the Seals. And this is the only game on the NHL schedule that day, so I thought it'd be fun to play this one game on this one day and show you a little bit what's going on with my shootout project. So, without further ado, let's see what's going on here. So, all right, so let's take you to the utility first, where I keep my stats. And as you can see, most teams have played a couple of games. Vancouver, as you can see here in the East, has played 5. This is the expansion Vancouver Canucks, actually, now that I think about it here. This is 70-71. And they've played 5 games right out of the gate, so they've won 2 of them. So they're 2-2-1. So that gives them 5 points. So they'll come back to earth, I'm pretty sure. But they get off to a hot start for the expansion team. You can see Boston right behind them. They're 2-0. And we'll take a look at the Boston games before we get going here. In the West, you can see the California Golden Seals. They are 0-2. And we'll talk about their games in 1 second. So that's where we are, just after a few games here of the 1970-71 season. So let's take a look at our teams now, review by team. So let's go to the Boston Bruins first, the visiting Boston Bruins. You can see Johnny Busick, after 2 games, leading the team with 7 points, followed by Mackenzie, Stanfield, and Orr. Mackenzie is our goon this year, 22 penalty minutes in just those 2 games. He's gotten into a couple of fights. As far as the games themselves, they were home for a 5-1 win over Gordie Howe and the Red Wings. And then they just went to L.A. the other night in our replay. And, boy, they had a 4-0 lead against the Kings. They blew it and got a late goal by Fred Stanfield to win it 5-4. So that's how the Bruins got to 2-0. So let's go to the California Golden Seals. Let's take a look at their players here. They've only played a couple of games, and Norm Ferguson, I think that was a penalty shot goal, actually. So he got a goal here. He's only got 1 point. A lot of guys only 1 point. Seals haven't done well, as you would expect in 1970. Let's take a look at their games. So opening day, they went to Detroit. They lost 5-3 to the Red Wings, and then it was opening night in Chicago, and Chicago Blackhawks destroyed them 10-0. Tony Esposito getting the shutout. So the Seals are home for the first time this season, and Boston is on their West Coast road swing. Let's set this back up here. I knew I was going to do that. So we got the game ready to go. We have I got the uniforms here from NHLuniforms.com just to kind of jazz up the broadcast a little bit. And we have the cards ready for Boston and for California. The goaltenders are set. As we mentioned, Cheevers in net for Boston, Smith in net for California. We have our numbers here, so we can roll in the numbers to see if we're going to have a scoring chance. And I will keep track of my scoring chances here so I can do my shots on net. I'm going to do the full game, keeping track of all the stats here. So this is how I play when I play shootout on the helper, keeping full stats for the 70-71 season. So let's kick things off with a time roll. And we got 2 minutes off the clock. 1, 2. Oh, and my disclaimer I like to do before I get going here. I may not be playing this game 100% correct. I may have some of my own homebrew rules that I use in this game. I may make mistakes when I play this game, but I will have fun with this game, and you should have a pretty good idea on how shootout hockey plays in the helper by watching this video. Again, I am the official scorer, as it says in the rule book, so if something comes up that I'm unsure of, I will make the final decision as far as goals, assists, and penalties in the whole bit. All right, so we take 2 minutes off the clock, and now we roll to see if we got a scoring chance or a penalty. So we got a 90. Oh, so California will get the chances. They have an 87-0-0, so California will get the first chance of the game. And it's going to be A. So it's going to be Ernie Hickey. Ernie Hickey from the blue line. Long shot on Chivas. And Chivas got to make a save. 6 to 8 and 12. Chivas trying to make the save. Yes, a 6. And he'll make the save. So the first big scoring chance of the game is stopped by Chivas. So let's flip for time. We got 1 minute off the clock. And a 96. Oh, it's another chance for the Seals. The Seals with 2 quick chances here on the Bruins. The Bruins off to a slow start here on the road. And this is H now. H is O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue takes the pass. Moves in on Chivas. Should be a goal. And it is. Scores. So the Seals go up 1-0. And let's check the assists on now. So O'Donoghue with line 2 out there. So O'Donoghue. And anybody else? Left wing. Nope. So O'Donoghue by himself. So Don O'Donoghue with the goal. Even strength for the Seals. And what I like to use that little seconds thing up in the top corner here for a 41. That gives you, and I put what I see. I know some people like to subtract that and would make that a 19, but I go with what I see. It's kind of all window dressing. But O'Donoghue, we're gonna get the horn. I think. I don't know if I turned off the sound or not, but so it's 1-0 Seals here early in the first. And Ollie joins us here at the Oakland Stadium. And am I doing any of this replay with cards and dice or just with the helper? I think I'm going to do this just with the helper, just for consistency. For this particular season, I know sometimes I'll do cards and dice, and sometimes I'll use FAC. But I think for this project, I'm going to do it all with the helper because I can keep the box scores too. So if something were to happen, I have box scores on the computer. So I think I'm going to do this pretty consistent with the helper for this entire project is what I think I'm going to do. When I do some of the Shootout Easy projects, I may go cards and dice and FACs on the tabletop. But let's roll for time. 1 minute off the clock here for time. So 1-0 Seals and 81. That is nobody. So Boston hasn't had a chance yet. 1 minute off the clock. We roll again. Boston's 1-33, by the way, and they can't get a scoring chance. Another time roll. 1 minute off the clock. And 74 is nobody. So the Seals sticking it to the Bruins right now. 3 off the clock. Boston with a chance now. No. Still high numbers. Ooh, 87 almost for California. Time roll. 3. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm rolling for time because I get going so fast I forget if I did or not. And 42 could be a penalty on the Bruins. And it's going to be X and Y2. And yes, I do have an X here. These are X2s. X2s are different than X's. And it gets a little confusing because right next to that, you got the fight ratings here. So you got an X2 with a fight rating of 5. So that can get kind of confusing. I can see where that would happen. So we just got the one penalty here. So it's going to be on Teddy Green because I don't think I have a Y2. So just Teddy Green right now. So Boston penalty. Teddy Green. 2 minutes. And he's going to get a hooking call at 11:49. All right. So California on the power play. So we flip 1 for time. And now we roll. And 18. So finally Boston gets a scoring chance. It's just going to be shorthanded. So here's what I do for shorthanded. I'm going to identify the player. N. So it's going to be, Teddy Green's in the box, so it can't be him. So I'm going to flip another card here and go J. So Wayne Carlton's going to get the scoring chance here. Now what I do is for shorthanded chances, you're supposed to flip for location and then flip for the goal. The location is always going to be blue line for shorthanded, so I save myself a step and just roll right to the blue line chance. So that's how I do shorthanded chances because there's no sense flipping for something that you already know. So we're going to look right here on Wayne Carlton's scoring chance, shorthanded, and no goal. All right, so the last part of the power play, we roll again, and 72. Oh, the Seals are 73 on the power play. They just missed that, so Boston kills off the penalty. Rolling for time now. 1, 2, 3. Wow, still 1-0 California here. And now it's a scoring chance for Boston, even strength. H is Eddie Westfall. Eddie Westfall, from the blue line. Eddie Westfall, long shot, no goal, steered aside by Gary Smith. Let's roll for time. 4. 1, 2, 3, and that would end the period. But what I do here, a little pro tip: don't end the period just yet. Do your shots on goal right now before you hit next period. So the period's ended, and I'm going to do my shots on goal. So what I do is I roll the dice and I look at the red. Okay, so Boston had 2 scoring chances with a 5. That's 12 shots on net. California with 2 chances and a 4, and that is 10 shots on net. So what I do is I tack on my shots here to give Boston 12 and then get California up to 10. And that's how I do shots on net for the period. Because once you hit next period, the box score is going to start registering next period. So if you want it accurate period by period, that's what you got to do. So we're going to hit next period now that we got the shots in. And Boston trails 1-0 going into the second. So can Bobby Orr and Phil Esposito rile up the Bruins here on the road? Roll for time. 1. 1 minute off the clock. And a 76 is for nobody. Time roll. 3. 1, 2, 3. So we played almost 4 minutes here in the second period. The Seals upsetting the Bruins here 1-0. And a 55, that could be a penalty on the Seals, as Tex Leaguer is listening on the radio tonight as we broadcast around the world on the radio on the California Seals Broadcasting Network. All right, penalty home. Let's see if there's going to be a penalty. So we got an X and a Y2. Oh, we do. So Dennis Hextall definitely getting a penalty. Dennis Hextall. And, he's going in for interference at 3:49. And who else gets the penalty? X and Y2. So Ernie Hickey's going to get a penalty. And again, these penalties here are kind of you put in all the penalties there. You don't do all the power plays, So I'm only going to get 1 power play out of this, but I have to record all the penalties for the box score. Is how that goes. All right, so we got a Y2, we got an X. Any more? No, so just that there. So we got a power play for the Bruins here as they look to go on the man advantage and tie this game up. So we're going to take 1 minute off the clock and roll on the power play. An 11. That is a scoring chance for Boston. And again, I have my little cheat sheet here so I keep track of my scoring chances so I can get my shots on net. All right, scoring chance for the Bruins on the power play. They're working around. It's going to be Esposito with it. Esposito from the face-off circle. Esposito fires. Smith trying to make the save on a 7 or 8. Smith can't make the save. It's a score for the Bruins. So the Bruins tie the game up on the power play. So Esposito with the goal. He's out there with line 2 on the defense. So Esposito from Cashman. And that's it. So Esposito from Cashman. So Boston getting the goal. Esposito from Cashman on the power play at 4:55. And this game's tied up at 1-1. So let's roll for time here in the second period. 2 minutes off the clock. Check for a scoring chance. 87. Yes, California with a scoring chance right on that 87. I can't believe California's got 87 to a 100 scoring chance, but they do. So who's going to take the shot? Oh, we got a rare play. And no goals, ROGH. No goals, rest of the game. Okay. So my home rule on this is what this is supposed to be: no goals the rest of the game for the I think that's the home goalie is what it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. No goals the rest of the game. I don't know if that's for the home team or the home goalie. So I'm going to play rest of period. And boy, I'm stumped on this one here. I know this game pretty well, but the way that's written out, no goals the rest of the game for, I don't know if that's the home team or the home goalie. Oh boy, you know something? Let me roll another one here because I'm not sure of the wording on that. And I don't want to go dig it out right now. That could be home goalie or home team. So let me roll another rare play. Breakaway no goal. Okay, that works for me. Breakaway no goal. If I'm gonna and what I do too is on that one there when it says no goals the rest of the game, that'll end the game if there's a team in the lead. So I tend foghorn sound effects. I turned off the sound because it gets kind of annoying, and they didn't have foghorns in the 70s, I don't think. So anyway, getting back to that rare plays, if that would have come up and if it was, I would never go rest of the game without a goal. I think that's just too much. So I go rest of the period is what I do with that. Because it was unclear and I didn't want to spend the time to dig it out, even though I'm talking about it. I was unclear on what team would not score the rest of the period, so I just rolled again to continue. Again, being the official scorer, that's what I did because I don't know which team it would have benefited. So. Alrighty, so we continue on here. So the breakaway, no goal. So we're going to flip for time. One. It doesn't figure every time you live stream, you have something crazy come up like this that you'd have to go investigate, you know. Alrighty, so 69 is nothing. 1-1 here in the second period. 3 minutes off the clock. That's a 4. It's a chance for Boston now. As Hockey Unreal joins us here. And Jeff Hunter. I have played Action PC Hockey. I've streamed a lot of Action PC Hockey. I do like it. Although right now I'm into my shootout and my strat hockey mode right now. I'll jump into Action PC at some point. I have a couple seasons going with that I am enjoying. I like brownies with everything, even pineapple. Yes, I do. All right, scoring chance for Boston. Who's going to get the scoring chance now? It is going to be Teddy Green. He's had a couple scoring chances in this game. Teddy Green moves into the face-off circle. Tees this one up on Smith. Teddy Green. Shot. Can Smith get a glove on this one? No, he scores. Teddy Green beats Smith. It broke off his glove and went in. And Teddy Green, he's out there with the bench. This generates some interesting assists here. Nobody on the bench here. I'll go fourth line, so I'm going to go Teddy Green from Walton as the official scorer. This is what I do. And Bailey. So Teddy Green, and I went to 4 bench, Walton and Bailey. So Teddy Green gets the goal from Walton and Ace Bailey. In my 74-75 replay, Ace Bailey's on the Capitals. All righty, so Boston goes up 2-1. Yeah, I think LA had a siren, Texas Leaguer, because I remember watching some of the old clips in LA, and anybody scored, there was a siren. So the Bruins would score 6 goals, and the siren would go for the Boston goals, which was, you don't do that anymore, but that's what LA did. So they were a little ahead of the curve. All right, 2-1 Boston. Let's flip for time here in the second period. 4 minutes come off the clock. And we look for a scoring chance. 82. Ooh, the Seals almost had it, but they were offside at the blue line. 3 more minutes come off the clock. And a 56 penalty on the home team. Let's see who gets the penalty here. Penalty B. Oh, boy. And X with a... Do we have an X on the Seals? Yeah, we do. Oh, boy. That's going to be 4 minutes for roughing. 2 and 2. So, Hickey will go to the box. That's Ernie Hickey. Go to the box. And he's going to get a 2 and 2 for roughing here. At 17:04. So Boston will go on a 4-minute advantage here. And, Jeff says he's in Edmonton, and Teddy Green was next door neighbor for many years. Cool. Oh, he had big hands, yeah. I used to see Ken Hodge mowing his lawn all the time because he lives in this area, and I'd drive by his house, and he'd be mowing his lawn. It'd be kind of funny. All right, so the Bruins on the man advantage, so we're going to flip 1 minute off the clock, and the Boston power play. 86. Ooh, the Seals almost had a shorthanded chance, but they didn't get it. So last minute of the period, Boston still on the power play. 34. Yes, that's going to be a scoring chance for Boston on the man advantage. They set it up. It's going to be, oh boy, another rare play. Boy, I get 2 rare plays in this broadcast. Something else. Rare play. Ace Bailey takes a shot, and it's no goal, and the period will end. But Boston will be on the power play for 2 more minutes to start the third period. So let's get our shots on goal. Again, don't hit the next period until you get your shots on goal. So Boston, as my notes show me, got 3 scoring chances with a 1. So So they only had 7 shots in net that period. So that gets them up to 19. So Boston has 19 shots. And a 4 over here. So 1 scoring chance with a 4 is 9. Is a 9, as I have Jacket calling me while I'm broadcasting. He never checks when I'm live. He never does. All right, so it's 9 and 10 is 19. So each team has 19 shots on net. Pretty even Steven game here in California. And it's 2-1 Boston as we go to the third period. So now we'll flip for next period. and we kick things off. So Boston's on the power play because they had the double minor to Hickey. So we're going to take one off the clock and flip. And a 99. Oh, scoring chance shorthanded for the Seals. Shorthanded chance. Who's going to get it? It's going to be A. Oh, Hickey's in the box, so I got to flip for somebody else. C. Yeah, is that Gary Ammon? Ammon with it, shorthanded, so I'm just going to go right here to blue line. There's no sense flipping for the blue line because I know where the shot's coming from, so I'm going right here. Shorthanded chance for Ammon. No goal. And Chivas with a big stop. So, final minute of the double minor coming up here. And it's a chance for Boston. So, before the power play ends, they get another chance. Puck is moved around. Send it over to Cashman. Cashman on the power play. From the slot, right in front. Cashman turns, fires, goal! And the Bruins lead 3-1. So Cashman on the power play. Out there with a second line defense. So it's going to be Ari. So Cashman from Don Ari. I always like Don Ari. And Kenny Hodge. So Boston goal. Wayne Cashman from Don Ari. And Kenny Hodge. And the Bruins now, that's a power play goal. And at 1:47 of the third period, it's now 3-1 for the Bruins. Let's roll for time here. 2. Now we flip for a scoring chance. Oh, we got a possible fight here. Teams are pushing and shoving in the corner. And nope, Z3. Do I have a Z3? Oh, no, that's a Z with a fight of a 3. Whew. So I thought Sanderson might have got a penalty there. So now let's check the home team. And a Z, 5 minutes for a high stick. Oh, boy, do I get a Z over here on the Seals? I do not. I do not have a Z that I can see over here. So, Seals got away with one. Sanderson looks like he was cut with a high stick. The referee missed it. And we play on. 3 minutes off the clock. And 1, that's an easy scoring chance for Boston. Here we go. The Bruins now. Send it over to McKenzie. Johnny McKenzie. McKenzie finds his way into the slot. McKenzie, backhand shot. He scores. McKenzie puts the Bruins up 4-1 here in the third period. And McKenzie getting that pass from Busick, who continues to lead the Bruins in scoring, and Stanfield. So, Pie McKenzie from the Chief and Freddie Stanfield, who saved the game in L.A. for us a couple of days ago. At 6:18, that's an even strength goal. And the Bruins now lead it 4-1. Let's check our box score real quick. So in the first period, California scored early. Don O'Donohue made it 1-0 for the Seals, but since then it's been all Boston. Esposito, Green, Cashman, and McKenzie all scoring for the Bruins. So we roll for time. 1 minute off the clock here. Bruins just trying to kill this clock now. Penalty on the home team. So the Seals very undisciplined right now. T and Z3. So Eamon's going to go to the box. Jerry, I thought it was Gary, but it's Jerry. So Jerry's going to get an interference call at 7:11, and that's not a lucky roll for him at all. So T and Z3. Any more? No, just Eamon on the penalty. So Boston goes back on the man advantage. And we have an unhappy subscriber in the chat room was not happy that Boston's winning this game 4-1. The only difference is that I don't cheat on my channel to make my team win like some other channels do. Kidding. All right, so let's take 1 minute off the clock. Boston on the man advantage. Looking to put this one away. Another penalty home. Oh, boy, the Seals are getting in some penalty trouble here. Oh, penalty B. Let's see what's going to happen. That's going to be a fight here. So Don Ari and Dennis Hextall are going to battle it out. So Don Ari is not happy with Hextall, and they go at it, and they'll be sitting for 5 minutes. So Dennis Hextall, he'll get the 5 for fighting. And now we flip the second minute of the man advantage. 83. That's nothing for nobody. What's the number sign next to certain players? Howell has one for the Seals. Okay, so Hampson, Howell, and Williams for California and Walton for the Boston. That means they played on more than one team. So they will appear on different cards. So Walton, I don't know if it's St. Louis he appears on, but Howell, I think, played for the Kings. So they'll appear on 2 cards. So what happens is if you're playing them, so if you were to play, let's just say Harry Howell appeared on both teams, you would pick which team he played for, and he would only get stats for one team in that game. Otherwise, he gets full stats. So the trades are built in to the rating system. So Howell will play every game for both teams except when they play each other, is how that works. Or if you were doing a playoff series, let's say, and they weren't on the team for the playoffs, you could not put them in the lineup that day, so to speak. So that just shows you who played on different teams that season. Is kind of how that works. But for this game here, they get full stats, even though there's been a couple times that I get Mickey Redmond and Frank Mahovlich. They swapped teams between Detroit and Montreal, and I know that they've each got points for a team that they technically weren't playing on at the time, but overall, when the season ends, those stats should be correct. That's why they're on every team. So that's kind of how that works. So it is kind of, like I say, it's a little unrealistic sometimes that, Frank Mahovlich got a goal for Detroit when he was still on Montreal, if I'm playing a full season. But again, over the course of that season, it should all come out in the wash to be, the stats should be somewhat correct or close. All right, so nothing on an 83. We flip for time. 2 more minutes off the clock here in California. Boston now in control 4-1 after falling behind. A 62 is nothing. 1. I'm surprised we didn't get more scoring chances for Boston at a 1-33. 66 is nothing. Teams have settled down after that fight. 67 is nothing. Another minute off the clock. 88. Chance for California. That's their second chance of the period. They try to claw back in it with a little over 5 minutes to play. D. Hickey is going to be the other Hickey now. Brian, maybe? From the slot. Hickey fires. Score! He beats Cheevers low stick side, and the Seals cut the lead to 4-2. So it's B. Hickey out there with D1. So Hickey with the center. So you can see Hampson here with the number sign. He gets this assist. He's out here with the center. He will get credit for the assist. So Hickey from Hampson. And that's about it. So Hickey from Hampson. California goal. So Bill Hickey it is from Ted Hampson. Even strength goal at 14:52. And now we got a 4-2 game. As we got Patch and Uncle Ron in the chat room. They finally get the chat. I don't think they get the chat that often. It's good to see you guys. I saw your Hockey Easy video. I watched it last night, and I finished watching it this morning. That was kind of cool, the little project I got going on. And it's kind of neat that you're using the stats, too. That's something that I come up with, so I'm glad you're using that. Gilles Thibault. Gilles, I've been watching your Appa Hockey videos. I've watched it a couple of times now. I'm trying to get the itch to play that. I'm trying to get a feel for it, and your video has been great. Do more. Do more of those videos, okay? Just tilt the camera wide if you can instead of vertical. It does help. But your video's good. Keep doing those because you're getting me excited to look into Appa Hockey. You really are. All right, so 4-2 now. 3 minutes off the clock. Time ticking away on the Seals. 65 is nothing here. So we got 2 minutes to go. And 1 minute off the clock. We're down the final minute or so of the game. 98. Oh, scoring chance for California. Can they cut the lead to 1? J. Carol Vadnais, who played with the Bruins. Carol Vadnais from the slot. Vadnais scores. It's 4-3. And the Seals have cut the lead to a goal. It's very late, though. So Crow 2, Vadnais from Crow 2. And that's it. So California goal. They're making them sweat. Vadnais from Crow 2. And holy smokes, this game is a 1-goal game, but time might be running out on the Seals. So at 18:50 of the third period, it's now 4-3. And if you caught the beginning of the broadcast, this is what happened in L.A. Boston went up 4-0 in L.A. L.A. tied it, and Boston got a late goal to win it 5-4. So they're struggling here against the West Coast teams early in 1970. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Now I'm gonna pull the goalie. This is how I do it because I like the drama. Okay. Well, I got what I did get rid of is I get rid of the last minute flip no matter what. Okay, because I used to do that. That even if time ran out, I would flip. But I find with the fast action cards, there's no lack of scoring chances, so I don't do that anymore. What I do though is for the pulling the goaltender, I flip 2 cards. Okay. Yeah, don't tell the Seals they're going to be doomed to Cleveland. But hey, they went from Cleveland, they merged with Minnesota, they went to Dallas, and technically they won a cup. So, it took 40 years or so, but so anyway. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Okay, here we go now. So I'm going to flip 2 cards for the open net. That's how I do it. Okay, so in the final minute, I pull the goalie, and we're going to do this. So I'm going to go here. So this is the final minute of the game now. And I get 2 open net flips. Unless there's an open net goal scored, then I end the game on the first flip. So first flip, empty net goal for the Bruins, and that will end the game at 1956. So let's see who got the goal. It was H. So this is Eddie Westfall, throws it into the open net. He's out there with line 2. So Westfall and the whole line. So Westfall, Sanderson, and Carlton into the open net. So Boston goal, Eddie Westfall, Sanderson, and Carlton. Type of goal, even strength, empty net goal at 19 minutes and 28 seconds. And so Boston will skate away with a 5-3 win. Now, before I hit next period, what I need to do is calculate my shots. So I'm going to roll my dice. Boston had, I'll consider that a scoring chance. So 3 and a 5 is 13 shots on net for Boston. So that gives them 32 because the goals are factored in. So I'm keeping this off to the side. So that's 32 shots for Boston. And California with 3 scoring chances in that third period under a 5. That's 13 as well. And California ends with 30. Is that 32 as well? So they had 10 and 19, 32. So each team with 32 shots on net. And now I will end the game when I hit next period. So that's our final score, 5-3. We hit the next period button. Now, this is the important part here. And I'm going to do a video on entering stats. I might do it right after this. I'll record this next video. But what I want to do here is go... let's see. So Chivas played 60 minutes, and Gary Smith only played 59 because we pulled him. So we send that to the box score. Go display your box score. And now what's really good about this is you can edit this box score. So what I want to do is find Boston's 4th goal because that is the game-winning goal. So there's 1, 2, 3. So it looks like this one right here from McKenzie is the game winner. So that will remind me to put the game-winning goal into the stat program. So add game-winning goal. Everything looks good here. There's my 32 shots on net. Chivas and Smith in net. And now we save the box score. And I think this is going to be California 1. That's their first home game. So that's how I've saved it. And now I can call up the box score. And maybe I'll do that right now. I like to go and check to see if I got the box score. And California 1. Yep, there's my box score right there. So now I can use that for entering my games. So that is it. That's the final score. As we'll head back to our studio here. Hopefully I'm back in the studio. Yep, here we are. And that was our game. So from October 16th, 1970, Boston comes away with the 5-3 win against the Seals in my replay. And I think that's the first time I've showed some video from this replay here. Taking my time with this one, as we talked about on Digital to Dice. It's a very different thing for me to do, a long-term replay, but that's what I'm doing here. And just taking my time, a game here. Like I said, I'm having a game here before I start work on the computer. I'll play a couple at night. Sometimes if somebody in the community streaming, I'll have them on in the background while I play, and just enjoying it. And sometimes I'm too tired. The other night I was really tired, so I played some Strat PC. I will get back to Action PC. I know that somebody was asking about the Action PC. I do like it, but I'm in a cards and dice mode right now, and so I like the Strat PC hockey for cards and dice, and obviously shootout. Whereas I'm on a big shootout product, I'm playing more of this right now. But anyway, so and watching from Italy. Cool. Thanks for watching here. Shootout's really fun. The helper's really fun. It does a great job of keeping the box scores for me and the whole bit. And I'll do a video later today as far as uploading stats into the helper so you can see how I do that. But yeah, I just want to kind of get a game under my belt. I haven't streamed some shootout hockey in a while, and this is part of the bigger project, so it's kind of fun. Although I do got to check out that rare play goalie thing. I need to clarify that because I just didn't want to give one team an advantage that didn't have it. So we'll figure it out. But again, as the official scorekeeper, you can always just flip another card and make it fun for you. So anyway, I'm Dave. Thanks everybody that tuned in today to watch the Bruins defeat the Seals. The Bruins are now 3-0. California 0-3 here in 1970. And yeah, hopefully you follow along with this project. And maybe I'll do some video updates. Maybe I'll do like a monthly video update to show what happened in that month and the whole bit. But we'll see how that goes. But anyway, new Digital to Dice came out yesterday. We talked about personality of the cards, the team cards and the player cards. So go check that out. And we'll talk to everybody later.